Well, first and foremost, at the initial launch of this video, it's week 1 of the NFL season. Happy NFL Sunday and welcome back to football. You know me, who dat? But that's not the reason we're here. So, Spicebomb is a well-beloved fragrance and beloved line, I know for me personally, and a lot of people out there. So I thought we could really have a line discussion, discuss all 5 fragrances in the line, and see, just based off of my opinion and the attributes of each fragrance, if you had to pick one, what's really the way to go with the Spicebomb line? Stay tuned. So, with the launch of the original Spicebomb Eau de Toilette from Viktor and Rolf, came with this beautiful grenade style bottle. They even go so far as to have the pull pin style, like you're pulling the pin out the grenade, because it's a spice bomb. The name is very fitting. It's full of spices. It's a very, very lovely fragrance. Oh man. The peppers in this one, as well as that tobacco note. It's a little resinous, but not much. It's kind of hiding in the background. Compliment factor, very high. Versatility is there, but you really got to enjoy a spicy fragrance. But I'll tell you, the trail on this one is intoxicating. This is what started it all. There's a lot of fragrances that smell like Spicebomb, but if you want to smell Spicebomb, you need to get your hands on a bottle of Spicebomb. Better for the cooler months, because even after many reformulations over the years, at least on my skin, still a great performer that projects pretty heavy for the first couple of hours and lasts pretty much a work day in that 7 to 8 hour range on my skin. Some people get longer, some people get less, but overall still a great performer even to this day. Like I said, better for the cooler months, but you can absolutely pull this one off all year. I would say in the hotter weather, if you go easy on the trigger, you can definitely wear this. This can be a signature scent for you, great for dates, evenings. It's a very sexy fragrance. It kind of does it all, and it's where this DNA started. This is the originator and arguably one of the better designer fragrances ever created. The follow-up to that, I actually don't have a full bottle, but I do have the 20 milliliter travel size, would be Spicebomb Fresh, originally marketed as Spicebomb Eau Fraiche. I forgot which department store it was exclusive to. It was later rebranded and repackaged as Spicebomb Fresh because they had exclusive rights to the Eau Fraiche name. I want to say it was a Nordstrom exclusive. I'll have to double check that. I did not check before the recording of this video. But what this does is it adds a grapefruit note, it adds some sea salt, and really lightens it up. It's not what some users have reported as a watered down version of Spicebomb. No, it's so much more than that. You can see I've put quite the dent in there. I do plan on getting a bottle of this. It has sadly been discontinued, but still readily available for around retail price. They're not asking crazy money. You can still find them in a lot of places online, eBay, Amazon, places like that. Certain wholesalers will restock it from time to time as well. But like I said, this is just a fresher version, more hot weather appropriate, but another one that can be signature scent worthy that you can wear year round. Performance does not really leave anything to be desired. This is still a 7-ish hour fragrance as far as longevity, still a great projector in that first hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how it reacts with your skin chemistry. With mine, it's in that hour and a half-ish range, maybe a little more. Definitely one that you can pull off even all the way into the winter, just like the original. It's not as dense and heavy. It doesn't wear as heavy as the original Spicebomb, which makes this better for spring, summer, fall, whereas the original Spicebomb is better for fall, winter, spring. So like I said, this just lightens it up with the sea salt, the grapefruit, and the tobacco's heightened here for a different take, yet not really straying too far off the path for the Spicebomb DNA. Following up Spicebomb Fresh was arguably the most popular cold weather designer fragrance, especially from this line. It sweetened up the DNA while still maintaining that original spiciness that Spicebomb line is known for, and that's Spicebomb Extreme. Now, you've seen this on YouTube in many, many videos. You've seen a lot of people talk about it. It's been featured in a lot of cooler weather lists, whether it be fall or winter, especially in the winter list for Christmas time, because this has a very good warming effect, and that sweetness really adds even a higher level of seduction that was present in the original, but like I said, really heightened up by adding the vanilla to this spicy DNA that's already there. It does not have the same note breakdown, although you do smell the original's DNA in here. This is arguably a better version of Spicebomb in a lot of people's eyes. I myself thoroughly enjoy Spicebomb Extreme. This is a fantastic fragrance and arguably the best designer to have for the winter months. And this thing is no slouch. This is the longer lasting of the three we've discussed so far. This one goes in that beast mode performance range. It projects very heavy for the first few hours, as well as goes into that 8 to 10 hour range on longevity, even more for some. It definitely goes into that 9-10 hour territory for me off of my skin. This is a fantastic performer and one that's kind of a must in the colder months. Following Spicebomb Extreme was the 2019 release of last year that came out to kind of a lackluster reception, if you will. It's Spicebomb Night Vision, the Eau de Toilette. So this is a bit of a departure from the DNA. There is still a spicy dry down present in there because there are spices still featured to try to stay true to the Spicebomb DNA. But where this one, even though it has a green gradient design to go with the night vision theme, the color is suited for the name, but it's really more of a blue fragrance. It has that generic tag to it that it has the Invictus smell in the opening, that sweet bubblegum opening, with a little bit of a spicy dry down. It's a mass appealing fragrance for the line. Much more mass appealing than the line had seen prior with the Extreme, the Fresh, or the original. And that's why it kind of got a less than stellar reception, for lack of a better term. People were a little excited at first, but once people started getting their nose on it, people started, you know, not really bashing it, but kind of, oh, it's not what I was looking for. It doesn't fit the line. But I can see exactly what Viktor and Rolf was trying to do. They wanted to add a mass appealing, more versatile fragrance to their line, reach a younger market, and they absolutely did that with this. I am one of, not necessarily the few, because it does have its share of fans, but it has its fair share of naysayers as well. I definitely lean into the side of fan. Is it my favorite in the line? No, but it does have its uses, it does have its merits, and on my skin, still another one that's a fantastic performer. Great projection for the first 2 hours, and then 8+ hours longevity on my skin. There is no slouch in this entire line when it comes to performance. If you're having weak performance on your skin from anything in the line, it's your skin's reaction to the fragrance, not the fragrance, because they are all great performers. And like I said, this is the most lackluster of the line because a lot of people didn't really give it a chance and aren't judging it as an individual fragrance. They're looking at it as part of the Spicebomb line, which it absolutely is, and I understand judging it as so. But if you look at it as an individual fragrance, it's not an original release because it's in the same family of Azara Wanted, but it is still a solid fragrance nonetheless. And that was last year's release. That's the Eau de Toilette version of Spicebomb Night Vision. Which leads us finally to the most recent release for 2020. It is the follow-up to Spicebomb Night Vision with Spicebomb Night Vision Eau de Parfum. So the difference with this one, the performance has been increased. The density, the richness, and the robust nature of the composition is there. It's much thicker, much richer. Only they added some pistachio, some nutty notes, really gave it a lot more depth, more character, made it a lot more interesting, in my opinion. I was very excited for this release this year. It actually just made #1 on my fall designer list for 2020. I'll actually put that video right there if you want to check it out. I even wore this one in the summer because it did come out as a summer release for 2020. I wore it immediately when I got it. This fragrance is fantastic in my humble opinion, and one that I believe everybody should sample and try. If you weren't that big of a fan of the Eau de Toilette, this might be the better fit for you. If you did like the Eau de Toilette, you'll love this one because the Eau de Toilette's DNA is present. It still smells like Night Vision, but a much, much better version of Night Vision. Like they kind of fixed night vision is how you can look at it. Arguably the best performer in the series so far, right up there with Spicebomb Extreme. It's almost nuclear. This is a beast mode performer. This is 8 to 10 hours and beyond. For some, I know it was in the 10-hour range for me with the couple of times I've worn it so far, and projection is very heavy for several hours. Very, very heavy. And that's the newest release, that is Spicebomb Night Vision Eau de Parfum. So now that we've covered all 5 of them, which one do I feel is the best one in the line? Now this is subjective. You know, my opinion may differ from yours. And am I saying by no means that it's my absolute favorite? Which I will share my absolute favorite with you shortly. But as far as what I would suggest is the most versatile, all-around, best option if you're to get one because of what it can do for you in what situations, it's going to be the original Spicebomb. And here's why. The performance is still there. If you go easy on the sprays, you can wear it in the hottest of summers, and you can go a little bit heavier in the winter and wear it in the coldest of winters. The compliment factor is extremely high on this one. This is a well-beloved DNA. It's tried and true, has been around for many years. It spawned all the flankers that we discussed here in this video. You can find these for good prices from discounters. It's the easiest one to get a hold of. It's the most readily available. It's the easiest to find discounted and get a great price on. It has the most bottle sizes. You can get travel sizes, you can get samples, you can get 50 milliliters, 90 milliliters as such, and you can get 5-ounce bottles as well. When it comes to options across the board that checks every single box, it's going to be the original Spicebomb Eau de Toilette from Viktor and Rolf. If I'm saying you need to get one, this is the one I'm saying you need to get. Now, as far as my personal favorite in the line, believe it or not, it's kind of running a race right now between Spicebomb Fresh and Spicebomb Night Vision Eau de Parfum. I'm loving that one. I love the Extreme, don't get me wrong. But ever since the Eau de Parfum for Night Vision came out, it kind of jumped in that conversation because my favorite was Spicebomb Fresh. I like the added grapefruit and sea salt note to the spicy DNA because I'm a sucker for spicy fragrances. Of course, the Spicebomb line is one of my personal favorite lines. But like I was saying, if there's one to get to wear in any situation for any season, dressed up or dressed down, it's the original Spicebomb. Well, that was my discussion and my thoughts and opinions on the entire Spicebomb line from Viktor and Rolf. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. What is your favorite from the line? I know a lot of you are going to say Extreme, and for good reason. It's an awesome fragrance. It really is. It's bordering perfection. If you like spicy and sweet, that is. But in my opinion, like I said, when it comes to the versatility, and how and where and why you can wear it and what for and all these different wonderful things, the original Spicebomb is probably the way to go if you're just going to get one or you're just starting with the line. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of the 5 in the Spicebomb line and you give them a spray now, who knows? You might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.